What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you have a like button, please hit the like button, because more likes equals more hooligans. Every day, all day. Well, we're going to read through the schedule really quick, and we're going to run through the chats. I'll update you guys on my car, although I don't really have much of an update. And then we'll get started. That's the plan. So, today, we'll be starting out with a video titled, I've Never Seen It. Hockey player dies from slash to neck. This video is fairly short. We were talking about it yesterday or the day before. There was an incident for NHL or something. A player was hit by another player, and when the player was hit, he brought his leg up and jammed it into another player's throat, and I guess it killed that guy, from what I understand. Anyways, it's a video just kind of touching on that, giving a little info. There's no graphic scenes or anything. I know, that's so disappointing. Anyways, then we'll be moving forward to a video titled, Can Officials Legally Block Critics? SCOTUS Examines, talking about elected officials using social media. If they block you, are they cutting off your access to an elected official? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's the discussion. Really, they need to be discussing that section 230, but we'll get on that when we cover that video. Then we have a video titled, If Old Man Walter Was My Father, never thought I'd say that, I'd take away his car keys. Just running down the list of Old Man Walter's faults and reasons why he's treasonous. Then we have a video titled, Trump Lawyer, I Never Worry About Him on the Stand. Just kind of mentioning Trump's kids are getting ready to take the stand and do trial and all that stuff, and what President Trump thinks and feels about that from the perspective of his attorney. Then we have a video titled, It's Possible This Democrat Could Defeat Old Man Walter. We'll see what your thoughts are. If you think Dean can beat Biden, I don't know. It's like picking the best of two losers that are going to lose to President Trump, so I don't know. But anyways, then we have a video titled, What a Fright This Halloween. Watch Lefties Scream. And it's 56 seconds of liberals losing their marbles, just a compilation video, just something to laugh at. And then I found two funny TikTok Halloween videos this morning where somebody had dressed up a group of, I don't know if they're 20-year-olds or teenagers or what, but one of them is dressed as Old Man Walter, and then there's a few of them that are acting as his Secret Service, and it's hilarious. So I thought I would share that with you guys. That's what's on the menu today. We're going to read through the chat, see how everything is rolling, then we'll go ahead and get her started. What's up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Annette? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Adrian? See you lurking. Appreciate you being in the chat. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Come on, hooligans. We got to get those likes up. I don't know what that. Those are rookie numbers. Come on, we can get those likes up. What's up, everyone over here? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Old BR? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, RK? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Christy Star? What's up, High Plains Drifter? How you gonna say first again and you're like the 6th in the chat? High Plains Drifter. You can't just... It's not your gender. You can't just be like first and you're like number 6 or 7. Come on, man. You hooligans crack me up. I appreciate all of you guys being here. What's up, everyone over on Odyssey? Are we running? Are we walking? Are we falling off our bicycle like old man Walter? Oh, there we are. There we are. We are present. Happy freedom, everyone over on Odyssey. What's up, everyone over on D-Live? D-Live is still showing Halloween advertisement, which is interesting. Maybe they're doing a special. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to check to see if we hit their front page. It's been a while. They don't love us no more. Anyways. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. And what's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? You were first. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. Let's see. Mr. Beansy Beans, they say it wasn't an accident on the hockey thing. Yeah, they kind of discussed that. They discussed that it is not normal for a hockey player to get roughed up and then all of a sudden bring his skate, shoulder level. They say that's not a normal thing. And the player who did it, I guess, is known to be kind of ruffian, break the rules and stuff like that. And now this incident happened, and it's kind of hard for him to be like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, after being an asshole his whole career. But I don't watch NHL. I'm not a Canadian, so I don't know much about it. We're gonna find out together. Appreciate the bits, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you. Appreciate the support. And what is up, everyone on GoofTube? Let me grab this Rumble link really quick. Every day there's a channel being either demonetized or banned over on YouTube. Big channels, and Rumble is sharing that all over Twitter, and I'm just boosting it and pouring into the fire. Everybody needs to leave YouTube. YouTube sucks. They suck. Let's see. With that being said, let me throw this life vest to you. Ka-chow. What's up, T. Lawton? What's up, Eagles RC? What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Donnie Brooklyn? What's up, Charles? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Artificial Telemetry? You guys are testing me with these names, okay? Come on now, I can barely read. I have an American education. My education's only so good. Let's see. What are we saying here? Come on, stupid YouTube chat. Let's see. Donnie Brooklyn, don't do puck-based sports. I don't watch sports at all. I don't see the point of it. And I'm not hating on anybody that does. I'm glad if it makes you happy. Okay? Just put that out there first. I feel like a bad person watching sports because I'm young enough and capable to go out there and play the sports myself. And I don't have a favorite basketball player, football player, soccer player, anything like that. My favorites is like Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali. I've met Muhammad Ali like 9 times before he passed away. And so obviously these people aren't around anymore. They're not playing sports anymore. I was just a kid when they were doing their thing. I mean, I don't even think Muhammad Ali was boxing when I was a kid. But my legends are gone, right? They're gone. They're not playing anymore. And I feel silly watching somebody dribble a basketball across the court when I haven't done so myself in over 10 years. What is it, $10 for a basketball at Walmart? Like, spend $10, go play. It'd be good for my health. It'd give me something to do. It'd recharge my batteries. But instead I'm going to sit on my ass and watch people make millions of dollars who do the same thing. I don't understand that. It makes me feel like if I didn't have a job, my bills are due. But instead of looking for a job or looking for money, I'm sitting here playing video games. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like I'm wasting my time. That's what it feels like to me. And like I said, it's fine if you guys like sports and it makes you happy. I support anything that makes you guys happy as long as you're not hurting other people. But me, no. I don't mess with sports at all. Not really. Nah, I just don't. Never been into it. And I grew up in a household where people were like fist fighting during like football games and stuff over whose team's better. And I'm sitting there like, you're just watching sweaty grown men wrestle with each other. Like, if you're gay, just say you're gay. Like, that's what I used to be like when I was younger, and they would get all mad and stuff. But I've just never been into sports. I'm just not. Let's see. And no sports either. You either like them or you don't. It is what it is. So anyways, I called on my car yesterday. They did get the motor swapped. They said that it was running. They gave me kind of a weird phone call. First of all, I missed 6 phone calls from them while I was live yesterday. So I got off the live. I called them back. They were like, damn, took you forever. And I'm like, well, I'm working. Like, what do you want me to do? They said that they had the car finished as far as the motor swap, and that they started it and that it ran fine. They wanted me to tell them, to point them in a direction. Do I want to just come get the car, or do I want them to test drive it first to make sure that it even drives down the road? And I thought that was a weird question. And so I was like, well, I want you to test drive it, but what did you do about the all-wheel drive light on the dashboard? Is there something wrong with the transmission? Well, they didn't even check. And so I told them I want that figured out. I don't want to do the motor swap and then drive down the road and ruin my transmission. So they were supposed to call me back, and then they never did. And I assume it was just because it was the end of the day. Maybe they couldn't get to it. I don't know. But they never called me back. So now when I'm done with this live, I'll be calling them back. And unless there is something really wrong with the transmission, I should be getting my car back today. I don't know how much it's going to cost. They were quoting me over $1,500 for the motor swap. I assume I'm going to be looking more like $2,200 because I still have to pay for the car being towed and all that stuff. And that's $200 plus on its own. So I don't really know exactly what's going on other than the motor has been swapped, and that part is complete. I will have an update for you hooligans later today, probably like 6 o'clock or something. So make sure you're a part of Guild. Make sure you're part of jeffmaclive.com. I'll drop that update, and then of course I will inform everyone tomorrow during Coffee with Hooligans with what I figure out. So be a part of those places. You can be first to know. The first to know. I'm trying to think. I think that was it. We need a little screaming goat. I can't hear my snare. All right. We're going to start with this first video. It's titled, I've Never Seen It. Hockey player dies from slash to neck. Let's see. Good to go. Well, I do want to remind you, hooligans, go get you a Screaming Goat t-shirt, tank top, zipper hoodie, pullover hoodie, stickers, coffee mugs, whatever it may be. We have that design. We got the 2A design. We have new 2A designs coming. Maybe a week or two. I'm not sure. I'm trying to move away from Halloween before I release the next shirt. We have lots of designs. I'll drop the merch store in the chat while you guys are watching this first video. You go check out all the different designs that we have. Let's get this started.
And to be clear, we don't see that happen all that often, right? Because, you know, people who don't follow hockey closely are going to say, wait a sec, do you see people, you know, end up putting their leg up like that often?
No, you never see that. Let's put it that way. I've never seen, and again, Sean Avery might know more than I, having played in the National Hockey League, but I've watched a lot of hockey. I've played a lot of hockey. I've never, ever seen a skate be brought that high up to hit somebody. I've seen an elbow, you've seen a stick, but the position he was in to raise his leg that high, like I said, I've never seen it.
What do you make of the significance of his reputation as a dirty player?
Well, obviously that doesn't go very well for the player. I mean, that's his MO, to play, against the rules or whatever way he feels he has to play to bring his point across. So clearly his reputation is not very helpful for him in a situation like this. And again, I don't think, and I'll again go back to what Sean said, I don't think he got up in the morning and said, I'm going to cut somebody's neck. But clearly his reputation as a dirty player or a cheap shot player came to the forefront right there.
All right, we shall see. We'll follow it. Mike Ruzioni, great to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Appreciate it.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.
Well, not a whole lot of information. Definitely no clips of the incident itself. It happened right there on the ice in front of everyone, from what I understand. But like they were saying, it's highly unusual for a player to get hit and then all of a sudden bring his leg up like a ballerina and then just take out another player. I'm wondering if they're discussing this so much because they're trying to figure out if they should charge that player with murder or maybe manslaughter or something like that. Not sure, but if he's a part of the NHL, chances are he'll get out of it. He's got enough money and he's, famous enough. They might make him do some of that weird stuff that the famous people do. Oh, I can't ever think of what it's called, where they got to dress up in dresses and embarrass themselves and all this because their masters tell them so. You see it a lot in the music industry and stuff like that. He might have to do some of that. He might have to put some dresses on or something for a couple months, wave some rainbow flags or something, but I bet he'll get out of it. I don't know a whole lot about NHL, but if he's American, chances are he makes enough big bucks to where he'll get out of it. We'll see how it goes. I wonder how many people saw it live, because what I have noticed about hockey, which I never paid attention to hockey until I was dating that Canadian for a while, but what I noticed is, like, on the American side, if we're watching hockey and they start throwing hands, we cut to commercials and you don't get to watch the hands. But in Canada, they're like zooming in. They're like, yo, you see these hands this guy's got? And they're like, yeah, that's the whole reason why we watch hockey. Well, we're censored because America's gone soft, which sucks. And so I wonder how many people actually got to witness this guy die on the ice. I assume in America we cut to commercials, but in Canada they probably were getting the mugs out to drink some blood. They were like ready to get down. So I don't know. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next video. Let's see. Hair Juicer, you can get a notification today. On what platform? I sent all the notifications out. Everybody should have got notifications. Annette, I've been praying for you that you get your car fixed and ready. Well, I appreciate you, Annette. Thank you. Hair Juicer, I can't be guilty. The knife was on my foot. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what if they're even going to go after the guy. It's kind of a weird situation. Let's see. Adrian, my guy was an ice hockey goalie up through college, and he was appalled by this. Raising a skate that high is unacceptable. It's manslaughter. Well, I appreciate your point of view. Like I said, I don't know anything about hockey really, so that's something. It seems like everybody who knows hockey is saying like that was a weird move for that guy to do. So I'm not sure. Hair Juicer on the browser. So for the website, you didn't receive the notifications? You should have. I don't know why you wouldn't have. I'll look into it after the live. Let's see. Reading through the chats. I'm trying to think. I just seen something about, I think it was Tucker Carlson released a video talking about George Floyd as the official autopsy came out. And it's saying that he died of natural causes or something. I don't know why. You guys just made me think of that. I watched that yesterday. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say that while YouTube's watching. They probably will strike me. They're going to be like, no, that's misinformation. We didn't burn down those cities for nothing. Don't say that. What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom. Let's see. RK, you have to see the original slap shot. Let's see. I'll put it up on a tab. I'll check it out after the live. Never heard of that. I'll have to check it out. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Decaf, take it you've never been to a Mohawk game? You'd see hands and blood all over the ice. Just saying. Nope. I've only been to a hockey rink twice, I think, and it was when I was in high school, so we could have the opportunity to ice skate, because at the college in Ludington, they have an ice skating rink, and I think they play hockey and stuff. I don't know what they do. I didn't go to community college, so I don't really know. But I've gone there and skated in the rink twice, listening to headphones and all that stuff. Otherwise, I don't really know anything about skating rinks or people who play and use them. I don't know anything about that, really. I should, because I'm a polar bear. I don't even get cold. I should be into that kind of stuff, but I don't know. What's up, MU? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom. Astral Hammer, you don't usually hear about the source. Actually, I don't know if I could say that out loud. Stupid YouTube community guidelines. They sent me a message, and I don't know if it was a scammy, spammy one or if it was legit. And even YouTube can't tell if their emails are legit or not, which is how I got screwed back in April. But they sent me an email talking about they're having problems with one of my uploads, and that it's I don't know. There's something going on with it, but it's the very first video I posted on my channel back in 2009. And so I was 20 or something like that, and I was like freestyling in a parking lot. Some of you guys probably have seen the video, but they sent me an email being like, there's something wrong with your video, and we might have to take it down, and blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, punish me for a video from 2009. Fuck you, YouTube. So tired of the nonsense. So tired of it. Let's see, flipping through. Tom, they want to implement neck guards now. Jeez, how much gear do they gotta have? I know in Canada they pay top dollar to send their kids into hockey and stuff like that, and it is so expensive. I mean, it'd be like sending your kids to football if you actually had to pay for the pads instead of the school just supplying them. And I don't know, to add neck guard on top of everything else you got to pay for, I can't imagine that'd be real comfortable. What's up, Starbird? Happy freedom. Let's see, flipping through. Sean Slapshot. See, I might have checked that out. I got it pulled up. I'll check it out after the live. What's up, Wendy? Happy freedom. Snooks, that's a high kick in all those clothes. Yeah, he must have really been trying. I don't know what he thought he was going to do. He probably didn't realize he was going to kill that other player, but he must have been up to no good. If it's such a rare incident to bring a skate that high, especially if maybe there's warning against it, like common knowledge. Like I said, I didn't grow up playing hockey and stuff, but there's certain things in sports that you just don't do, and they tell you up front, don't do this. If you're getting tackled or whatever, this is what you're striving to do to have the best outcome and stuff. And so if it's a real big no-no to bring your skate up off the ground because of the dangers that come with it, this guy was hoping for bad things to happen, but I don't know if he intentionally was like, yeah, we're gonna take this guy out permanently. I don't know, we'll see, time will tell. What's up, Lefties? Happy freedom. What's up, Ball? You don't like sports either? Yeah, I don't know, it's hard for me to get into it. Connie, now if you call someone a jerk, it's hate speech. Oh yeah, if you say anything that anybody doesn't like, they just consider it hate speech. What people fail to realize is hate speech is free speech. So if you're not on the internet, you can call people whatever you want to, and you can't be arrested for that. And I think we forget that. We spend so much time on social media and stuff like that we think those community guidelines cover the real world, and it's not. And that's probably the purpose of social media, is to condition us to live in communist conditions. So when they implement it to the real world, it'll just be normal to us. I mean, I see it all the time. I see it in my own speech. When I'm out in public and I'm talking, I'm still like the jab, the orange eagle, and all this stuff, because I'm used to not being able to say what it really is because of stupid community guidelines. But hate speech is free speech. And, it's tough because being censored on the internet makes me want to say more hate speech in real life just to get it out. Not to be hateful to anyone, but to just be vulgar. Just terribly vulgar, because I'm not allowed to just be normal on the live. So I got this buildup of terrible things to say, and it's all funny. And so I'm really hilarious when I'm not on the live and I don't have communist guidelines guiding my speech. What's up, Mic Drop? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Adrian, a skate raised above knee level is a huge no-no. Yeah. See, I figured if it's a big deal like that. I know that there's a difference between skates, and I didn't know if that mattered or not. Like, I think figure skating has blades on their skates, but hockey skates traditionally are dull. They're dull bladed. But I don't know how it works with NHL. I'm sure they do whatever they want. They probably got their own stuff, so we'll see. Hair Juicer Quad City Mallards were awesome. They'd fight all night when they would play Flint. Blood frozen to the entire ice. One time the game took 5 hours. So many players got ejected that they almost couldn't play. I mean, this sounds like a good time. I haven't had anyone around me to really influence me to go play. Like, hey, we're going to a hockey game. We're going to drink beer and it's going to be great. You should come with us. I've never had that. If I did, I would have went, but I've never had that. So I don't have anything against hockey. I just, never went. Never been invited to anything like that. What's up, JT3? Happy freedom. So we're going to move on to this next video. It's titled, Can Officials Legally Block Critics? SCOTUS Examines. I think this is kind of interesting, but it's really lacking in the area of discussing Section 230. And it even mentions that the Supreme Court is struggling to figure out what the right answer is here. And I think maybe if they would just observe Section 230 and then eject it, then problem solved. I mean, that's my opinion anyways. Let's get this started.
The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday heard arguments over whether public officials can block online critics on social media in 2 cases that test the First Amendment right to free speech in the digital age. The first case involves parents in California who were blocked by 2 school board trustees on social media, and the second involves a Michigan man who was blocked by a city official on Facebook. The justices appeared to struggle with how to make the determination of whether a social media account should be considered personal or official.
If it looks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it is a duck, and it means the First Amendment applies.
Katie Fallow, senior attorney at the Knight First Amendment Institute at Columbia University, said a political divide on the top court was visible.
To some extent, you could see some partisan lines with many of the court's 3 liberal justices expressing concern that public officials will essentially try to evade their obligations under the First Amendment by claiming that it's a purely personal account, even though they're doing all these official things with the account. And on the other side, some of the conservative justices expressing concern about the First Amendment rights of public officials themselves, who certainly have, even after they're elected or if they're serving in the government, have the right to engage in their own personal speech.
Some justices, including Ketanji Brown Jackson, asked if requiring public officials to include disclaimers on their personal pages could help clear some of the fog. Others expressed doubt that personal accounts, heavily used for government business, should actually be considered personal. Liberal Justice Elena Kagan used former President Donald Trump as an example, noting that he was doing, quote, a lot of government on his Twitter account, sometimes even announcing policies. Kagan said, quote, it was an important part of how he wielded his authority, and to cut a citizen off from that is to cut a citizen off from part of the way that government works. Back in 2021, the Supreme Court confronted Trump's efforts to block critics on Twitter. In the end, the case was deemed moot after he left office.
Well, I think that there's a few interesting things about that video. One, they discussed that liberal judge, labeling that person a liberal judge, but then goes on to say, like, Trump did a lot of political stuff from his Twitter account, and to separate him from the people would be a bad thing because they're only in office because of us. That's not what liberals were saying when he was banned from Twitter. They were all excited. I mean, everybody was turning their wiener inside out. They were so excited. And now it's the other side of the fence. Just, oh, yeah, that would be terrible. We should always have access to our elected officials, even through social media. Okay, well then why were you guys just sharing man ponds when he got banned off Twitter? I mean, it was all great until they started banning us too. And then everybody's like, oh no, that's not right. Well, you shouldn't have been cheering so hard when they banned the president from Twitter. Like, if they'll do it to him, they'll do it to us. I don't know why people don't wake up to that. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought was something about that video. The other thing is that they just don't mention Section 230 at all. Like, you want Twitter and all these platforms to stop censoring people, remove Section 230, and then that will reinstate our freedom of speech to say what we want, and they would have to have a justifiable reason to pull down our content from these platforms. But no, let's just stand around and act like we don't know why they can do this. Like it's magic. They act like it's just magic. It's like, oh man, they pulled our post down. I thought they couldn't do that. Well, magic. We need to figure out how to stop the magic. How about we just get rid of Section 230? How about that? What's the point of even having it? It only benefits these large corporations. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. We know what the problem is, but we're all busy like looking on the floor like, do you guys see it? Do you see the problem? The problem's this giant elephant in the room, and we're all like, I can't find the problem. How do we fix this? It's so stupid. Playing games. That's what they do. Playing games. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because there's another side to it also. It's opening the doorway for trolling. They're saying that if you have to keep your account open to the public because you are a public official, that you should just have to deal with the trolling. You shouldn't be able to ban trolls, which is interesting. I mean, I'm not a public official yet, so I'm not quite worried about that, but something is, I don't know. Remove Section 230. They want to fix social media. Remove Section 230. Let's read through chat really quick before we move forward. Let's see. Hair juicer, what was that duck comment? Yeah, leave it to the liberal woman to be like, looks like a duck, walks like a duck. Well, I'm glad we're talking about ducks and not women and men, because of it, you know. I thought we couldn't go off looks, you know, it was deeper, it was a deeper meaning. Your wiener doesn't make you a man. Your feelings do. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, soft and stupid people out there in the world. DCat, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. DCat, write me on Gilded or the website, or send me an email or something, and we'll work something out. We can go have a beer or something. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much, Undercrofter, for the $10 donation on Rumble. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Undercrofter says, happy freedom, hooligans. You guys are awesome. Reading through. What's up, Silver Wolf? Happy freedom. I can't wait to show you guys the trick-or-treat videos I have. These people dressed up as Old Man Walter. It's so good. It's such a good idea for trick-or-treat. I hope they got all the candy. I can't wait to get to that part of the live. Let's see. What's up, Prison Hug? Happy freedom. Prison Hug, you ain't never seen a NHL game and you live in Detroit? You don't go see the Wings? A lot of people like the Red Wings. Oh, I don't know about in Detroit, but on the west side here, lots of people with Red Wing stickers and all that stuff. Sam, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Thanks so much, Willie Fixit, for donating the lemon over on D Live. I appreciate you, Willie Fixit. Thank you. Let's see. Flipping through. I assume tomorrow we'll be seeing tons of videos of one of Trump's kids. I can't remember which one is testifying today. I think they're doing one a day for like the next 3 days or something like that. I think tomorrow that's all you're going to see. Trump's child testified against him because Trump's such a terrible person. Oh yeah, brace yourself for the propaganda. It's going to be all out tomorrow. I already know. Two Ruby Shoes, I had hardly any kids last night. A whole big bowl of candy. Last year had 2 pieces left. I've seen lots of that today. Waking up, reading through social media. Tons of people are saying that they were sitting there ready to hand out candy. Whoa, what is going on here? They're ready to hand out candy and then nobody even came and knocked on the door. It was just really low numbers, and a lot of people are blaming the trunk or treat stuff, and I don't know how accurate that is. I'm not sure what it is that's killing out Halloween. What I think is crazy is that everybody shows up. As soon as it kind of sort of gets a little color on the leaves of the trees, people are like, oh my God, I love Halloween. It's the greatest ever. It's my favorite holiday. Blah, blah, blah. And everybody talks shit all month. And now it's time to trick or treat and nobody shows up. I'm like, what do you guys do? You just get drunk? You just sit at home and sell feet pics in your costume? Like, what are you doing? Because you ain't trick-or-treating, and that's kind of the whole Halloween thing, so I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. What's up, K-Love? Happy freedom. K-Love, you didn't see anybody either? Jeez. Starbird. I ate all the candy days before, so no one... Wait a minute. So none for them? That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Trick-or-treating involves going to the store and buying my own damn candy. Yep. C1. I had ice cream cone ready to give out, but no old man costume. That's hilarious. Let's see. C1. Don't care if just my family comes nowadays. Still do it up. Yeah, just to be festive. I like Halloween, but I don't really do anything festive. Strangers have really killed the fun for me going to events. Going to any Any public event is a nightmare for me. And it's not because I do this, at least not yet. Not that I've seen, because I won't go to events anymore. But every time I go to some event, somebody wants to fight. They like, and it sucks. I don't know if it's my face or what it is, but somebody always wants to fight. And there's no way for me to diffuse it. I try so hard. And I'm begging them, like, please don't make me whoop your ass in front of your kids and everybody, because I will, and it'll be terrible. It will be terrible. I don't want to do it. And they're like, please punch me in the face. And I'm like, please, dude, don't make me do that. And I try so hard to diffuse it. Even if I got friends with me, they get between us. They're like, please don't make Jeff whoop your ass. And they're like, nah, I want it. And then I smack them with a brick. And then they're like, yo, you're going to have to hit me with the brick. And then I'm stomping on their nuggets. And they're like, yo, you're going to kick me in the balls? Yeah, because that's how I fight. I fight dirty as shit. So don't fight me. Like, God, I hate that. And so now I won't even go anywhere. Christmas, Halloween, New Year's, I don't go anywhere. Because there's going to be some drunk asshole who wants me to hit him in the face with a brick. And I don't want to do it. I don't. I want to just hang out and have fun. I like being happy and whole. These people want me to punch them in the face until their face don't work anymore. And I hate it. I hate it. So I never get to do anything fun because people want me to hit them so bad, and it just sucks. Sucks all the fun out of events that happen around town. Let's see. Mr. Beans of Beans, I can understand why no one does Halloween. No thanks to that stupid old man. Yeah, I mean, definitely could be finances. A lot of people are blaming trunk or treat though, and I don't know what their angle is on that, what the leverage is. I know that if you go to trunk or treat, it's a lot less work for the same amount of candy. But I've never seen a kid say, oh, I have enough candy. I've never seen that. So is it the parents that take them to trunk or treat, and then trick or treat comes around, they don't want to do it anymore? They're like, well, I already took you to trunk or treat. No reason to walk in the city. We already did it. You got candy. Accept what you have, you ungrateful bastard. Is that what's going on? Or is it the safety concern? Because I thought maybe there was a safety concern. The world's dangerous. I feel like more dangerous now than ever, just because they're allowing the corruption to happen. Not that there's more evil in the world than ever before, but just that it's allowed to happen now. We don't have community to watch out for the bad guys in town. Our leaders are the bad guys right now. So I thought maybe it was a safety thing. People don't feel safe letting their kids roam the streets. But I don't know. There was this big movement leading up to TikTok where people were like, hey, if you see teenagers knocking on your door asking for candy, don't shoo them away. They could be out there doing bad things, but they chose to dress up and trick or treat. Just give them the candy and shut the hell up. And I saw a lot of that, and I thought that was a good deal. That sounds good to me. When I was a teenager, I was up to no good. I was drinking and doing all kinds of stuff I shouldn't have been doing. Should have been out there trick or treating. And so I thought that was a good thing, but now I'm seeing tons of people say that there was nobody out there trick or treating. And now they got all this candy and they don't know what to do with it. Let's see. Just reading through. What's up, Kung Fu Grasshopper? You just got the notification? They must have sent the notifications out late today. Let's see. Snooks, please don't make me hate hot dogs. It's not my fault they want to do that. I'm just out there turning the wiener inside out like it's something to do. I don't know. Surely I've been censored to death from posting the truth. Yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I gotta do improv. I gotta, like, in real time process what's gonna be censored and what's not. What can I say? What can I say? What can I show? What can I not show? 24/7 hockey's the best sport. What makes it the best? Connie, I got 30 days in Facebook jail for calling someone a moron. No kidding. I got something similar. I got suspended for 30 days on Facebook for a meme that I had posted like 2 or 3 years ago. They're like, hey, you posted this back in 2018, so you're getting suspended. Okay. Oh no, you're going to suspend me from Facebook? That sucks. I don't know. It kills me. All the damn censorship. That's why I made the website. We don't get censored over there. Rubberneck. Also, bad weather doesn't help trick-or-treaters. Yeah, that's true. And it snowed here yesterday. They said we were getting 1.6 inches of snow, and I think they delivered. We still have snow right now. There's snow outside right now. I think I got a picture, actually. Maybe. Doo-doo-doo. I mean, this is right before the live. Let me see. Hold on. We got questionable stuff in the background. There we go. This is from 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. This is what it looks like outside. But last night it was snowing. Like, well, I mean, all day yesterday it was snowing for no reason. I tried not to cry about it. I did a little bit, but I didn't do it on camera. I can't stand the snow. Don't like the snow. Hair Juicer Facebook suspended me for a photo of the Supreme Court with glowing eyes. What did they say? What was their reasoning for the suspension? They're soft over there on Facebook. What's crazy is they're soft about the posts, but they don't care about the lives. You can watch people get shot and stuff on the lives, and it's no big deal. But if you post, if you comment under somebody's thing, you're like, you're an idiot. No, you're a bastard. No, you're getting damned right in front of everybody. But you can show whatever you want on the live. And Ed, I've been censored on Truth Social a few times. I've never heard that. You're the first person I've heard that from. I wish they would let me go live on Truth Social and Getter. I wish. I feel like we would do good over there, but I don't have that kind of ability. Zero, in Michigan, you play in your costume around wearing a snowsuit. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a lot of times where we would come up to the house and then have to open our coat and be like, trick or treat, so you could tell what we were, because otherwise we had a winter coat on and we just looked like the average Michiganders. We looked like we're on our way to school or something. DCAT, we had a lot of snow last night, 9 inches. It was heavy and dropping trees, low power for 4 hours. That's rough. That's rough. You must be more inland if you were getting dropped on like that. I didn't realize that we were getting snow like that in the state already. That's crazy. Let's see. Well, I appreciate you, Kung Fu Grasshopper. What's up, Trigger Crazy? Happy Freedom. It's my favorite bigot. Did you go trick-or-treating last night? Actually, isn't Thanksgiving coming? Oh, no, you guys had Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving comes before Halloween in Canada. I remember now. You guys have Black Friday or something coming up, don't you, Trigger Crazy? Or did you already have? I can't remember. Your guys' Black Friday is a different day than ours. Did you already do it? DK, that's your edumacation process on the fly. Yeah. It's best I can do. Best I can do is roll the dice. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward to this next video. It's titled, If Old Man Walter Was My Father, I'd Take Away His Car Keys. I'm talking about oil and stuff like that. Just kind of listing his downfalls. But I'm starting to see a pattern here. We'll wait till after the video to talk about it. Let's get it started.
Let's bring the senator back in. Senator, I want to ask you about Iran specifically because William laid it out really well there. Under President Trump, essentially, we had a maximum pressure campaign with sanctions that were being enforced, and you basically had Iran at a point where the regime was about to collapse financially. The currency had completely tanked. Revenue was not coming in. Then President Biden comes into office, and the next thing you know, they've been enriched to the tune of billions of dollars. Once again, by the way, as our energy industry here has been completely crippled. So when you think about how we started the program, and you mentioned the foreign policy blunders that have led us here, the president has practically led us here himself.
Well, here are the facts. You laid them out. President Trump put tough sanctions on Iran so it couldn't export its oil. Those sanctions are still there, but President Biden hasn't enforced them. So now, instead of exporting 500 or producing and exporting 500,000 barrels a day, Iran's exporting 1.4 million a day, and its foreign reserves have doubled. We had Iran down, and we were choking them economically. President Biden, because he thought if he was a nice guy, Iran would cooperate in terms of its nuclear weapons. He let them up. And on top of it, he tried to give them $6 billion cash, and he gave them another $4.5 billion that they have through dividends at the International Monetary Fund. Yeah. And that's where the money is coming from to attack Israel by Hamas. Right. I mean, those are just the facts. The president can deny them, but you can't dispute them.
You know, Senator, what's frustrating to me is in William Lajeunesse report, he's talking about Joe Biden saying that the sanctions are difficult. And he also says that securing the border is challenging and difficult. We could believe that if we didn't have 4 years before Donald Trump stepping in and actually with the same rules and the same money securing the border and with the same restrictions actually able to enforce sanctions on Iran. So they tell us one thing. I would argue they are lying to us, and they actually can enforce the sanctions. They can enforce the southern border, but they're just choosing not to.
Well, I don't know who's lying and who's not. All I can do is look at behavior, because what you do is what you believe, and everything else is just cottage cheese. When I look at President Biden, in terms of his international affairs, national security, and his domestic policy over the last 2 years and change, if it were my father, I'd take away his car keys, much less the entire country. And I think that's what most Americans are thinking right now, and I think that's why President Biden polls right up there with Bud Light at the moment.
You know, I would cut the cards with Joe Biden, Senator. Cut the cards with Joe Biden. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. And well said. Senator John Kennedy, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining us on The Bottom Line. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, what you do is what you believe, and everything else is cottage cheese. I ain't never heard that before. I like it, though. I like it. I'm for that. Just naming some of Old Man Walter's downfalls. Tis what tis. They mentioned that the sanctions are still there. They're just not being enforced. Well, that sounds familiar. Sounds exactly like what's going on in the southern border. Even more reasons for treasons. So, I don't know. Starting to see the pattern here. We still have these laws that could be enforced that would benefit Americans, but we choose no. Well, we don't choose. Old Man Walter and his comrades all choose to not enforce the law, to allow crime to run rampant, and for us to pay the price for it. We're the ones suffering because of the crime and the gas prices and everything else. They claim they have no control over that, but then we cover videos like that where they obviously do have control over our gas prices and how things run, the cost of our goods and all that stuff. Again, it's another situation where we're all just looking around the floor and looking everywhere except for where the problem is, and we're like, well, we can't find a solution. We don't know how to fix it. Well, we already have laws in place. How about you enforce them? You do that, fix the problem. Nah. They'll keep looking for another way to fix it. No, don't choose the answer to correct the problem. We'll just keep looking. Okay. We're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. Let's see. Hair Juicer, you were hit with promoting hateful and violent groups for showing the Supreme Court with glowing eyes. Facebook is soft. They're soft. It's too bad. I'm trying to think of a free way to allow hooligans on the website to have their own space for hooligans that don't have the ability to get a membership. It's just difficult because then I have to put a bunch of community guidelines out. And that's the whole reason why we have a membership program for the website, is because then I don't have to instate community guidelines. It's considered private. So it's just like if you went to the club, right? If you go to the club and anybody can walk up in there, you're going to dance or whatever, you can't smoke cigarettes in there. Public laws affect public places. But if that club was private and you had to be a member in order to get in, you could smoke cigarettes in there because you're in a private area. And because of how that works is why I made the website membership only, because then when you go in there, you can smoke cigarettes. You can do whatever you want. I mean, I don't want you guys doing bad things or anything like that. And if you try and use my website to break the law, I will cash in on you. I'm not taking the fall because you want to do bad things. But outside of that, we can do whatever we want on the website. We want to watch movies. We can. We're not breaking any laws or anything because it's considered a private dwelling. So, like, if you came to my house and we're watching a brand new movie that I ordered, there's no laws being broken because we're in the privacy of my home where you can expect, privacy. So, same thing goes on the website. We have a lot of potential to do really fun things on the website that we can't do in Gilded and we can't do in public settings because it may be breaking copyright laws, or it could be, breaking some other goofy law of things you can't do in public. But on the website, you're in the private. You have the expectation of privacy. And so that's why it's set up that way. But I would like to create a spot for hooligans that aren't ready to pay for a membership, but then you'd be dealing with community guidelines. So that's kind of a conflict that I'm going through right now, trying to figure it out. Kung Fu at Grasshopper, which hooligan site? jeffmaclive.com. Let's see. Flipping through really quick. Firefox, to fix it, we need to drill, baby, drill. Yep. We need Trump back in office. He'll get it fixed. That's what's refreshing about covering Trump live, is that we see so much of, like, where's the answer? Where's the solution? Where it's standing there right in front of everybody. Trump walks in, he's like, what are you talking about? It's right there. That right there, that's the answer. What do you mean? And we're like, yeah, you can see the answer. We see it too. But old man Walter and his comrades, they can't seem to find the solution to anything. They just keep breaking shit. We're all like, another one. That's all we're like, oh yeah, that's great. They're like, we're on the verge of World War III. We're like, yeah. They're like, but nuclear bombs. We're like, yeah, I don't know. Just more of the same show. We're just watching everything go to shit. It's hard to get a rise out of us at this point. Let's see, flipping through. Prison hug. Is Odyssey in the smoking section? It is. It is. I haven't heard of anyone breaking community guidelines on Odyssey. I don't know what you got to show on Odyssey to break community guidelines over there. I'm not in the business of breaking community guidelines. I just want to exist without being punished. But I've never heard of anyone getting banned or anything on Odyssey. Not by the Odyssey crew themselves. I'd ask their tech team, but I don't want them to think I'm up to no good. Starbird, Trump did so much in 4 years than old man Walter did in 40 years. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's crazy because I feel like it's harder to bring in new policies and new things. People don't like change. People like things to go the way they've always gone. So in that aspect, I feel like it's harder to bring in new policy that everyone's going to accept than to tear down stuff that's already there. And old man Walter is constantly tearing stuff down. And you see how the liberals are. They are anti-structure of any sort. They hate structure, but they also hate being victims at the same time. Not having structure equals chaos. Chaos equals everyone being a victim. That's why liberals don't make sense. That and they don't work. That's another reason why they don't make sense. No sense, no dollars. But old man Walter's been around for a long time, tearing shit down since he's been a public official. And the Orange Eagle has done more than old man Walter has. And the Orange Eagle's always building instead of destroying. And so that's why we need him back. We need things to be fixed, not broken. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom. Faded. So you're saying we can't do old man Walter activities on the website? I don't recommend it. I don't want you guys being all corrupt on the website. That's what we're saying there. Let's see. Robert, they must be smoking the devil's lettuce at the White House. Or don't call a cop, call a crackhead. Kennedy, yeah. Yep. KJP, she's been looking really rough the last couple times she's came out. And I wonder if she's doing some substance abuse. Because she kind of looks like it. She's looking really haggard and just kind of raggedy. You can see it in her face. like she stays up all weekend smoking crack with Hunter or something in a trap house. I don't know. She looks strung out the last couple times I've seen her. So I don't know what's going on with all that. Anyways, we're going to move forward to this next video. It's titled Trump Lawyer. I never worry about him on the stand. This video is talking about how all of his kids have been indicted to testify against him. We'll see how that goes. Like I said earlier, I think starting tomorrow, we're going to start seeing a whole bunch of propaganda about how Trump's kids are even testifying against him because he's such a bad guy. When in reality, they've been indicted and they don't even have a choice. They can go up there and plead the fifth. They can go up there and say they don't know. They don't have to speak if they don't want to. It's their constitutional right. And we'll see how it goes. But I already can see propaganda headlines being like, Trump's such a bad guy, even his kids showed up to testify against him. Like they had a choice. Let's see how it goes.
So I thought that Trump was going to be in court today to listen to the testimony of his son. Why? Why won't he be there today?
Well, he had to attend to the other witch hunts actually yesterday in Florida. And the president is running for office, as some would remember. But you would forget that because you think his life is just witch hunt after witch hunt, case after case. The truth of the matter is this man does have a campaign to run. He does have a million other cases that they've tried to tie him up at, and that's the reality of the situation. I'm sure if he had it his way, he'd be here all the time, especially for his kids. But I don't think there's anything to worry about, and I expressed that to him. I actually think there is no need for him to be there unless he absolutely wants to, of course. And he tries to be as much as possible, but the man is busy.
What about Eric testifying tomorrow and then Ivanka next week? He's on the stand on Monday.
He is on the stand on Monday. He will be here for that. But no, he does not have plans to come in until then.
Okay.
So yeah, as we mentioned, it's Don Jr. today, Eric tomorrow, Ivanka next week.
Yeah.
We saw on True Social calling out the judge saying, leave my children alone. What's it been like for him? I have to think as a parent, this is emotional, seeing your child on the stand. What's it been like for him?
I think there's one thing when, as a parent, you put yourself in a position. I put myself in a position by going on TV, so do you. And that's a normal thing that we decide to do. But when you are having unlimited access, unfettered access to anybody that works for him, his lawyers, his children, that's a new low. Okay, that's a new low, and let's talk about why that's happening. Miss Letitia James likes headlines. There's a reason there is press conferences outside the courtroom every time somebody big comes in. I do not doubt that she'll be showing up today. She wasn't there yesterday with me, and she wasn't there the day before. But I'd be willing to bet that you guys will be reporting later that she was there. She made some statement because it's good for her politics, and her politics are get Trump. And unfortunately, that's what we're seeing over and over again.
Alina, we forget, and you weren't able to trick or treat with your kids last night because of everything that's going on. We forget that Donald Trump is a father. Right. You're a mom. You're a mom. I'm a dad. Think how emotional this is. I don't care if he's Donald Trump, the biggest celebrity on the planet, the former president. That is emotional.
It is
Watching your
emotional.
kids take the stand, that's got to be part of it, Alina.
It is.
That's got to be part of it.
Yeah, look, Donald Trump is actually an incredibly sensitive, I wouldn't say sensitive, but he is not somebody who does not have emotion.
He is sensitive. You can say that word. That doesn't go against his macho image.
But,
he is.
But the truth is, it's not a macho. These are his children, and he loves his children very much. He has not been ever questioned about that.
Yeah.
So you're going to take his kids, who have done absolutely nothing wrong, in a situation where he's done absolutely nothing wrong, and an empire that has been tremendous for the state of New York, and you're going to torture these children. You know, Eric couldn't be with his children yesterday. You know, they're flying all over the map to attend to witch hunts because his father's leading in the polls.
He's not a cyborg. I think we just treat him like, no, he's going to be fine. Trump's fine. Trump's going to win. He's not a machine. He's a human being. And this is super serious. I wouldn't want to see my kids on the stand. Okay, I wouldn't want to be in the courtroom for that. I don't think any parent would want that. So the former president's going to testify on Monday.
Yes.
I want to know what kind of prep work you've done with Donald Trump, because
we know it's been a lot.
I want to know, have you done mock sessions with him where you're lobbing questions at it? It's nerve-wracking for a defense attorney to have their client on the stand, let alone when that client is Donald Trump.
Can I be really honest with you?
Please.
Dead honest on my children. I never worry about him on the stand. I love when he takes the stand. He is so honest and open. And honestly, I think that all these witch hunts are making a very big mistake because you're giving him a major platform. And that's why he's leading in the polls. The man didn't do anything wrong. So you're giving him a mic, you're giving him a room full of press, and he's going to tell you exactly how corrupt the AGs and DAs of this country are. And they don't think it through. They think they're going to get their moment outside, and she will. But you know what moment she's also going to get, Miss James? When she loses, when she doesn't get what she wants. I assure you, she will not. And that's the truth. You'll hear the truth in the next coming days from the family themselves. Nothing was done wrong.
So, but wait, Alina, you didn't answer the question. Sorry, Charlotte.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Do I prep
Have you
him?
done mock sessions with him? Because I know he didn't do debate prep, and he was fine there.
The truth of the matter is, no, I have not, but I wouldn't. He doesn't need it. I mean, he's been there. He's been watching this case. He doesn't take this case lightly. He doesn't take any of these cases lightly.
Yeah.
He thinks they're corrupt, but he's been there for most of the trial. So remember that. If you've been sitting there watching and you've been hearing the nonsense, it's not his job to disprove anything. He's going to get up. He's going to tell the truth, and it'll be perfect like it always is. He has nothing to say that I need to really prep him for.
Well, we'll see how it turns out. I'm curious to see what the kids do. I hate calling them kids because they're older than I am, but Trump's kids. We'll see how it turns out. Some say they need to testify because of immunity and stuff like that, but they could still not know anything. And usually that's the best way to go. The less you know, the less involved you are. And so it also wastes time for the court, which costs them money and stuff like that. It costs the state money. And so if they went up there and just, yeah, I don't know anything. They just did that over and over again and became a useless witness. They'd pull them off the stand, and it makes the court look bad because they summoned those people thinking they would provide some sort of evidence, and then they got up there and didn't know anything. And so that makes the court look even more stupid than they already look calling on this case. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we'll move forward. Like I said, we're going to see propaganda headlines starting tomorrow. I already know. I'm all ready to put it on the schedule. I know that's how it's going to go, because that's the whole point of all of this, is just to make Trump look bad. They don't have anything. If they did, they wouldn't be calling on his kids like his kids are going to snitch on him. Doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Hair juicer. You see them lifting the razor wire at the border because they're not allowed to cut it now? I wish I was down there. I know exactly how those machines are made. Could disable it in 30 seconds. Well, they're not supposed to touch it anymore. Even lifting the wire is going against what the judge's orders were. We covered that yesterday. And, yeah, they're not supposed to lift it and stuff anymore. Who knows what they'll actually do. But that's how messed up things are. The state government and federal government are clashing right there in the same area. State patrols there saying, like, you know, you can't let these people come across. They're not supposed to be here. But then Border Patrol is like, well, Old Man Walter says we're supposed to let them across, and we need to detain anyone that we think is on the terrorist list or whatever. And so there's a lot of clashing going on. But according to what that judge ruled, they're not supposed to even adjust the wire, including lifting it and stuff. But they do what they want, so we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Flipping through really quick. Kofu Grasshopper Friday is fast approaching. What is today? Is today Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Jeb, they keep poking the bull. Yep. They're trying. Eventually it'll bite them in the ass. I think so, Jeb. I believe so. Because that's how it goes. That's how it goes. These people say all this stuff and they pile it on, and then something happens, and then they're all retracting their statements. They're all pulling it. Oh, no, I didn't say that. Well, we got recordings saying you did. Kind of like Old Man Walter saying he would never go after Social Security and all that stuff. But then back in the 90s, that's all he was doing was trying to take money out of Social Security and stuff like that. So they're constantly trying to retract statements and whatnot. It'll bite him in the ass. For sure. Sure, crazy pedos can't leave any kids alone. That's why they called him. Pumpkin, you think Trump is attractive? Taryn, why does Trump always have such sexy ladies at his side? Well, because Trump's on TV and everybody he hires is also on TV. And when people are on TV, they care a lot about how they look. And Pumpkin says he's attractive, so I don't know. Maybe they dig him. Maybe they dig him a little bit. Snugs, KJP lost her wife. You think that's why she's rough looking? It could be. It could be. Smoking crack harder than ever before. She can't handle the loss of a relationship, so now she's getting all strung out. There might be. Jeb, Adam Shifty Shift thought he had Trump also. He did. Yeah, see, that's a good example, actually. Because they were screaming Russia, Russia and all that stuff. And now it's coming out. Nah, no, that's true. And they were doing illegal stuff while that was all going on. The FBI was doing all kinds of illegal stuff. There was a video I had the opportunity to add to the schedule discussing that. How the FBI had been looking into Congress and staffers and all this stuff that they weren't legally supposed to do. And there's still new information coming out about the corruption from all of that Russia stuff. I doubt anything's going to happen about it, but at least they're talking about it. The only reason I didn't add it onto the schedule is it was a really long video. There was too much talking. Too much talking, not enough facts. Let's flipping through really quick before we move on to the next one. What is the next one? Oh, the next one's about that Democrat Dean. And will he be competing against old man Walter? What's up, Grey Wolf? Happy freedom. Yes, they do. Absolutely. There is consequences. Sassy Patriot, his BDE makes him attractive. Well, that's something. That is something. That is some insight that I did not realize. Captain Safety exposing all of the corrupt freaks in the Justice Department. I hope so. I hope the Orange Eagle comes in and really cleans house. I mean, he says he's going to. He's saying all the right things. And, I mean, I have faith that he will do his best to implement them. I know he's not perfect and beyond corruption and all that stuff. I think all politicians have a little stuff wrong with them. Most successful people in the world who make big bucks didn't always do it the honest way, unfortunately. But I think Trump, for the most part, says what he means. He's talking about even implementing a digital Bill of Rights so our rights carry over to the internet and we can't be mistreated anymore. That sounds pretty cool. He's talking about going through and reform on FBI, IRS, all that kind of stuff. That would be good. I don't know. He's saying all the right things. I really hope that we can get him in there and he can actually turn the country around. I worry about the 4 years afterwards, though. I worry that he'll come in, he'll fix things will be great, and we'll get right where we want to be on that 4th year. And then somebody else will come in and burn this shit down again. I'm really worried about that. We'll see how it goes, though. 24/7, find the South Park line saying, lying makes you sterile. I'll see what I can find. I don't know why. Instead of thinking of, like, picturing that in my mind, because I watch a lot of South Park, I was thinking about where they were saying gluten and make your wiener fly off. Well, I'm going to try and find both. We'll see if I can get both. D, guys tell me that I'm the problem helping people. What? Oh, I don't know anything about that. What's up, Combat Vet? Happy freedom. What's up, Matt? Appreciate you being here. They'll build the illegals a bridge. Oh, yeah. That's... You're calling it. I'm going to try and remember. Matt called it first. The feds aren't allowed to move the razor wire on the border because the judge said so. Matt says they're going to build a bridge for them so they can just walk over the wire and the wire doesn't have to be touched. You're calling it first, Matt. I didn't even think of that. I bet that's what's going to happen. So this next video is titled, It's Possible This Democrat Could Defeat Old Man Walter. I don't know anything about this Dean guy. I mean, he's blue team. That's all I know. and he's competing against old man Walter. It's Orange Eagle all day, though, so they can figure out who's going to be second place. They can figure it out. Let's get it started.
Take a look at this. It's an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. Quote, Mike Johnson and Dean Phillips step into history. Right. Jerry Baker wrote that, and Jerry is with me this morning. First of all, my interest is in what Dean Phillips's role is in history.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we? I mean, as I wrote in my column, if you'd asked me 10 days ago to, if you had asked anybody in this country probably to identify Mike Johnson and Dean Phillips, they probably wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't know.
Maybe second-tier NASCAR drivers, as I said, or a couple of people whose faces you sometimes see on those posters for law firms when you're driving along the interstate. Anyway, here they are now. They are actually thrust into this position where they have this potentially historically significant roles. You talk about Dean Phillips. I mean, Dean Phillips is challenging Joe Biden for the Democratic nomination. He's a congressman from Minnesota. Joe Biden is really unpopular. We know that's the thing we know. He's extremely unpopular in the country. His approval ratings are incredibly low. For an incumbent president of his own party, to be viewed by voters of his own party with such dismissal is unprecedented. Something like 60% of Democrats want somebody else to run for president. Right. Now, is Dean Phillips that man? I think probably not. But what we have seen historically, we saw it most obviously in 1968 when Eugene McCarthy ran against Lyndon Johnson, the incumbent president, because, by the way, nobody else really wanted to do so at that time. Bobby Kennedy didn't really want to do it. George McGovern didn't want to do it. So Eugene McCarthy stepped up against the Vietnam War, got a huge share of the vote in New Hampshire, didn't win, but came very close to winning, and that a couple of weeks later, propelled Lyndon Johnson out of the race. Could Dean Phillips do the same thing? I think it's possible.
Yeah, so that will be his role in history.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Sparking a serious change.
A real challenge. Look, there is so much concern in the Democratic Party about Joe Biden, and bringing someone more plausible, a more credible candidate forward, that could be what Dean Phillips does.
Let me ask you about the Fox Power Rankings released today. Trump #1, DeSantis and Haley neck and neck, second and third. They are so far behind. Do you think that they can in any way catch up with Trump?
Not unless there's some sort of an earthquake in most of the country, including all of the early primary states.
Trump's got it sewn up?
Which eliminate, yeah. I mean, look, of course, never say never. Anything can change. We're still 2 months away, 2.5 months away from the first primaries. But Donald Trump has such an extraordinary lead. And by the way, those polls, the Fox rankings are very interesting. But that recent poll that we saw in Iowa that was published this week, which shows Trump on about 45%, Haley and DeSantis tied at about 16%. You ask for their second choices. The vast majority of Ron DeSantis' second choice is for Donald Trump. Yeah. So the idea that, even in, by the way, and Iowa is not his strong state. Remember, he lost Iowa in 2016. So it's not even his strongest state. And even in his one of his weaker states, he's still miles ahead. Look, again, I would never say nothing. I would never say anything is impossible. But the idea that something could change the race right now seems to me extreme.
His base won't leave him.
Not at all. As we said,
won't filter away.
He famously said, I could shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue, and that's the truest thing any politician has ever said.
Jerry Baker, that's good. See you all later. Thanks very much.
Like I said, they could fight over who's going to be second place. That's fine. I don't know this Dean person. I don't like old man Walter. And we're going Orange Eagle all day. So they can figure it out. He's probably even more corrupt than old man Walter. It's all I can expect. I don't know. It's quite the bar to reach to be more corrupt than old man Walter, but one can only assume. I'm going to read through the chat real quick before we cover this last video, and then after this last video, I got 2 trick-or-treat videos that are pretty funny that we're going to cover to wrap things up. And Ed, I'm concerned that President Trump will be deleted before he takes office by the CIA or some other corrupt agency. I've been saying that for like a year or two now. One way or another. It's hard to say that because, you ain't really supposed to talk about that stuff. But it seems like everybody's starting to come to the same conclusion. That they are pulling out all the stops. They're trying everything they can to separate President Trump from the people that support him. And when they fail, and it ultimately comes down to him taking office, I'm worried that they're going to do something really bad to him. And although that will be the last card they have in the deck, I don't know if they realize that taking the person away that the people have elected to be in office, taking that person from them is like the final straw of treason. That when they do that, everybody that supports the Orange Eagle is going to see that as treason. like, you don't like who we're putting in office, so you're going to take him away from us. There's really nothing left after that. At that point, they got us. When they take away who we choose, they are completely against us. At that point, they're no longer even a toe on our side of the line. If anything's going to kick off 1776, it'll be that. And I fully believe that. I don't want it to happen. I don't want no part of that to happen. But I believe that will be what kicks it off. Like, the real line in the sand will be if they take him away from his supporters. It's proof that they are against us. They might as well just be a foreign country. The government might as well just be someone else that's already invaded our country. They're completely against the American way as it is. They're letting our country be invaded. They're sending our money overseas. They're funding these wars in both sides of them. And they're just burning everything down. And all we have is hope that he's going to get into office and he's going to fix things. If they delete our hope, then the Americans are basically without anything to lose. And there's nothing more dangerous than a man without things to lose. So, I don't know if they realize the fight they're picking or if they really want that fight. Maybe they do, because they'd have to pull in martial law and all that other stuff, and that is ultimate control on their end. So maybe they do want that. I don't know. But I really hope things don't go down that path. I really hope that we have less problems to worry about than those kind of things. Adrian, yep. I know the Simpsons have already called it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. I'm going to read through the chat really quick. Flipping through. Elisa, rebellion becomes duty. Yeah, I mean, we're already at that point. We're supposed to go down and defend the border right now. It's our constitutional obligation. It's our duty to go and defend the border because we're being invaded by all definitions. And we're supposed to, and we're not. Because we know the government doesn't have our back and they'll stand against us, and it'll be 1776 right there. And that's why we don't go down there, is because we know that the fight's there. They don't support us. They don't support American values. And I think Americans don't go to the border because they're not ready to fight that fight. We're not united. They will just pick us all off. It'll be a shit show. The biggest shit show in modern history. We're already right there. We're supposed to be at the border right now fighting with everything we got. We're supposed to. It's our obligation as Americans. But we're not. We're not doing it because we know that's a rough one. That'll spark it all off right there. But I think having that in mind, and then they do something bad to Trump, it'll be too late. That'll be go time. And I don't want it to be that way. But I don't see it happening any other way. They better just stay out of the way, let the Orange Eagle come through, let everything get smoothed over, and then we'll see where we are in 2028. Let's see. DCAT, we the people have the right to stand together and defend our freedom. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brew Joe, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. What happened in 2020 itself is a treasonous act. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But every step since then has been a step closer to where it's like we almost ain't got no room. We're already toes on the line of this fight. And we keep shifting. And we're trying to deal with it. We're like, okay, we'll let this slide because maybe it'll be better in the horizon. And then the line gets closer. Something else happens and we're toes on the line. And we're like, okay, we'll let that slide because there's still hope that things will get better. So we'll just let that slide. But it's starting to get to the point where we won't have any more room to let things slide. They want that fight, but I'm really hoping I'm wrong on all that. Let's see. Reading through. Jeb, what is going behind the woodshed? You gotta ask Old Man Walter and his victims. That's all I know. I don't know anything outside of that. Just reading through the chat. Oh, Astro Hammer, that's a good idea. Well, I'm already going to show him today, but I will post them in there anyways. Yeah, you hooligans, don't forget, post in the memes section on Gilded and jeffmaclive.com, and also post any sightings of Old Man Walter. We have Where's Walter on Gilded and the website. Post in there, and on Fridays or Saturdays, depending on how those days go, I've been trying to show what you guys post in there just for fun. Just something fun to do. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom. DCAT, scum and pigs is what we have as politicians. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's flipping through really quick before we move forward. Peyton, did Hillary ever meet that guy in the alley? I don't think so. I can't remember if we showed that on here or if I just randomly came across that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I want to know what happened to that guy that was yelling at Hillary, asking about Bill Clinton being out on the island there. Like, why'd he fly out there 26 times and then they drug him out by his shirt on the ground and stuff? I wonder, what's going on with that guy. Robert, old man Walter giving out candy for trick or treat is the scariest thing on Halloween. I didn't even think about that. My goodness. Go there, get some candy, get abducted instead. Robert, what if they stop him through the courts? Then we'll just write his name on the ballot. He can still run for president in prison. He can be serving time, and we can still elect him as president. That's what I'm saying. Like, it really doesn't matter what they do to demonize him. They can't separate him from his supporters. People who want Trump to be in office, you can't change their mind. Their mind is made up. And it's just, the demonizing is just washing over us. We just don't care. And so, they can go ahead. Just like in Colorado, right now, they're trying to take him off the ballot. Go ahead. Like, what are you going to do when all the ballots have his name wrote in there? And, yeah, we know what happened in 2020, and that's always a worry as well. We never fixed it. Never fixed what happened in 2020, so it could always happen again. I unfortunately can't talk about that because YouTube's watching right now, but we're worrying about outside of that kind of stuff. I know it's something that we need to fix. I can't talk about it, and it does need to be done, but it's still important to vote. That's the biggest thing that I see when it comes down time to vote. Is people are like, well, look what happened in 2020. I'm not wasting my time. Okay, well, you're forfeiting your freedom of speech. The only time your speech actually matters is when you cast your vote. And every country out here other than us doesn't vote. So although we know what happened back then, it's still worthwhile getting off your ass and going and voting. In my opinion, that is the most American thing you can do right next to protesting for what you believe in is go and casting your vote, regardless of what happened in 2020. Just reading through. What's up, Melvita? Happy freedom. Lone Wolf Elon Musk running for president? Is he? That would be something. I could see him competing. I don't know what that would be like, though, to have Elon as president. I feel like he's too smart to have that much power. Alright, we're going to move on to this last video, and after this we got some funny Halloween videos that I found. This last one is titled, What a Fright. Oh, this is something on its own. It's titled, What a Fright. This Halloween, watch Lefties scream. This is 56 seconds of liberals losing their marbles. Brace yourself. You got headphones on, you're going to need to turn them shits down. This woman is literally going to just scream for no reason. For real. Literally. Let's get it started.
Do you just feel like fucking screaming? Let's just scream! My body, my choice! 아이고 무서워요! 기분이 좋냐고! Fucking pig!
Let us have bodily autonomy!
My body, my choice! My body, my right! I'm educated! If you want a little bitch ass son, I'm educated!
The Constitution of the United States declares that every
I'm gonna say something here in a second.
Abortion!
This asshole right here, we were covering live on this protest, and this idiot told a Spanish lady, I don't know what country she descends from, but a Spanish lady that she's a white supreme pizza and that you don't have to be white to be a white supreme pizza. I just wanted to add that in there. This guy's dumber than the bunch.
You're killing women! You kill women! Hail fucking Satan!
Here they say hail Satan!
Satan! Okay, let's scream again! Ah! Oh, fuck this so much!
Anyways, that was something. That was something. That's the warm-up to these Halloween videos. Let me get these pulled up really quick. I'm going to read through the chat before we get to these next ones, but my goodness. Let's see here. Alright, getting that video set up. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to show these Halloween videos. I don't know what you guys are talking about on the website about banking stuff. Guess MJ, yeah. See, and I hate that because I love that word. I love saying that word so much. You could say it, well, obviously you could say it on Rumble. You can't say it while YouTube's watching, though. They consider it some sort of hate speech. AJ, they're crazies. Yeah. Cricket Kiss, so insightful and inspiring. Woke and liberal is lovely. That's what they tell themselves for affirmation in the mirror every day. Pumpkin, where's the duct tape? Everybody with the screaming goats in the chat. That's, I don't know. It's just, don't you guys just want to scream and then just breaks her vocal cords in front of everybody? Like, no, crazy. Like, my Jesus. Normal times liberalism is a disease. Mr. B. New barf. That's hilarious, Joe. I can't read that out loud, but that is hilarious. DCAT, if they did something bad to Trump, the American people would freaking flip out. Believe me, the government has no choice but to listen to we the people. Yeah, if they did something to Trump, I think it would be like full-on chaos. People would not be going to work or anything. People would be like, hey, it's time. It's time to go. Guess MJ, you're going to be working for the election stuff? All of us should. That way we can keep an eye on everything and know that everything's going the way it's supposed to. Let me see. I can't find it now. Oh, AJ, no, there's no press briefing today. There's no press briefing today. I meant to mention that when I was going over the schedule at the beginning. I totally spaced it. That's what I get for improving the whole show. I prefer it that way. I don't like being on a schedule. When I started doing Coffee with Hooligans, I wrote the whole thing on a schedule, like a time by time slot schedule, and it was causing me to race through the live. Like when we started, Coffee with Hooligans was only 20 minutes long because I was just like knocking it off the to-do list. And so, yeah, I don't know. Now it is much better improving the whole show. Lone Wolf, stand back and stand by. Yep. Lone Wolf, they're going to be drafted. I hope not. I don't want to be drafted. They're going to draft me if they do that. They think they want hooligans. They don't. They don't. What's up, Harmony? Happy freedom. Yeah, I really don't want to get drafted. That's the only concern I have right now. As far as things going on in the Middle East and stuff, I don't pay attention to any of that crap. But if they reinstate the draft, then I will have to go. And I don't want any part of that. I thought it was up to 45, but I think it's like 42 or 43 is like their top age for draft and all that stuff. And I'm only 34. I'll be 35 in March, so I have to go. If they make the call, I gotta go. I bet you guys can hear me flipping my chapstick right here in front of you guys. Zero. Jeff's in basic, making punches in the face great again. I mean, I'll try not to, but I mean, you got to open some liberal eyes. It could be. It could be that way. I don't know. You hear how they're talking about the military. Everybody's in there getting free transitions and all that kind of stuff. Not me. Not me. Maybe clear up some of this patchiness, maybe, if we're just blowing tax dollars, but nope, we're gonna leave the wiener just the way it is. DCAT, you're a little bit too intelligent to be drafted and a little too crazy, just saying. Got that Western Michigan mindset. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They think they want hooligans until we get in there and they're like, yo, these guys are running the show. We didn't know we were drafting in leaders. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Well, we're going to start on these Halloween videos. They're just for fun. I got 2 of them lined up. I don't think there's any specific order, and I can't remember if there's goofy TikTok music. If there is, then I'm going to end up muting the video. There's no real audio contribution as far as the entertainment goes. Just you'll see. We're gonna put it on the big screen, that way you guys can see it in all of its glory. Both of these are, as far as I could tell, it's the same group of people, but I just thought this was a great costume, and I think they did a great job just playing it all out. Just a moment, I got another one. So that must have been earlier in the day, and then this is afterwards. Anyways, those are short ones, but I just thought they were funny. They really pulled that off. I thought that was a great costume. What a great idea. This is your old man Walter, all your buddies are dressed up as Secret Service, so you just spend the whole day staggering around. You're actually drunk and nobody knows it, and your buddies are just trying to keep you on the rails. I love that. I thought that was great. I've seen a lot of Halloween stuff. Most of it was people complaining that there wasn't trick-or-treaters, which seems to be a legitimate complaint. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was and lacking trick-or-treaters, which is sad. I think it's sad. I used to love trick-or-treating when I was younger. Getting dressed up, seeing the decorations, having people try and scare you when you walk up on the porch. It was unlike anything else. And to know that kids aren't out there experiencing that. I mean, maybe they're getting it from trunk or treat, but to not go up and it was like, it was a community activity. It was a way to be engaging with the community and to feel more connected and united amongst the people you live, your neighbors with and stuff like that. And to see everything so disconnected, and people not, young people, kids and whatnot, not be able to enjoy that, or who knows what's really going on. That's the problem, is nobody knows why we're lacking trick-or-treaters. But it makes me sad to know that that's going on, and that they may be missing out on Halloween festivities, because there just really isn't anything like it. We're going to read through the chat really quick here. That was all the coffee I had for you hooligans today, so I am going to drop the Linktree link in the chat with all of you guys as I'm reading through. All of my links are listed on the Linktree, so if you would like to donate, join membership programs, or go and get some cool hooligan merch to support the live and keep us rolling forward doing what we do, you are welcome to do so. You can find all of the links there on the Linktree. Let me see. I think we have a new hat coming up. I can't remember. Someone tagged me, and my apologies, my memory sucks, but someone made a suggestion of a new embroidered like trucking cap. And so I'm going to work on that today and see if we can get that out. We're going with American flag themed, because that's the way we do things around here. So we will have that coming up. But definitely go check out all the merch stores. I'm constantly adding on them and working on them. We have 2 of them. One's a little spicier than the other one. The other one's got community guidelines, but we have lots of nice designs on there. And the other one's a little bit more spicy. And we got embroidered hats, beanies, flags, and patches for you to go check out. Definitely go check out all that stuff. But what I ask is that you join Gilded. Gilded is free and currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, we got hooligans there 24/7 keeping the conversation going. And if you're not into mingling, we do have a news board for you to go check out. News articles and clips and videos and stuff from all over the world to keep you up to date with everything going on. So definitely go join Gilded. It is free. You can access it from your desktop or your phone. You can download the app, get the notifications right on your phone if you prefer. If you are feeling saucy, go join up with jeffmaclive.com. It is the home of the hooligans. If you click that link at the top of the link tree, it's a free week to go check out jeffmaclive.com with no strings attached. It's not a trial run. We're not going to charge your credit card. It's just a free week to see the cool stuff we have going on over there. We have our own social media. You can watch the live with our built-in chat. Our chat on our live streaming area on the website is the best out of all platforms. You can customize your comments and your name and how it appears in the chat. We can post GIFs, we can post memes, we can post links, we can tag each other, we can directly respond to each other's comments with a direct reply. We have predictive text, so when you are tagging someone in the comments, it does pop up names. You don't have to write the whole thing out. Our chat on the website is the best out of all platforms in existence. So that alone is a really great reason to go check out the website, let alone all the other great things that we have going on over there. And it's a way to escape all the censorship. So definitely go check out jeffmaclive.com. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to wrap things up. I'm not sure about gaming and how that's going to go today, because I am hoping I'm going to get my car today, and I really need to drive down the road for at least 30 or 40 minutes with loud music and screaming fuck you out the window, because I just need that. Okay, I need that. I've been in this house for 30 days and it's like a Mr. Beast challenge or something, and it's making me a little crazy, and I need to go and cruise for a little bit. And I think everybody could relate to that at a time or another. So I don't know what's going on with the gaming. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way I can update you guys if we are going to go live with gaming. If you are interested in watching this game, make sure you're a part of Kick or jeffmaclive.com, or you're subscribed to Jeff Mac Gaming on YouTube, because that's where we show all the gaming content. Usually we game between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern time, just a couple hours to have fun and hang out and forget the troubles around us. Again, I don't know what today is going to provide as far as gaming, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the car, but otherwise that's where the gaming happens. So go join up, so when we are gaming you can be a part of that. We'll read through the chat really quick, and then we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Let's see. Hair Juicer, that's awesome. I saw some kids that were Trump and Hillary. Their impressions were spot on. That's awesome. That's awesome. It makes me, well, I don't know how people were trick-or-treating around here, but I feel like I missed out all those potential great costumes. Guess MJ, 30 days in the home sounds humble. I mean, at first it wasn't great, and then it was okay, but then we started running out of toilet paper, and then we started running out of cat food, and things started getting creative, and then I wandered down to the gas station. I also wandered down to the Dollar General and was able to get some supplies. I did drive my car for a day or two with the just terribly wrecked motor that it has, and I was able to get supplies, but it was getting a little scary there for a minute. We started running out of toilet paper. Klaus Daniels started getting scared. I was like, we're using the shells, we're using the soccer, we're using the cat. All I know is we're out of toilet paper. And so that started getting questionable. But I don't know. I'll just be happy to be on the other end of it. Serum, the mask generation will be based. I mean, it depends. It depends. We see people wearing compliance cloths in the press briefing room, and I don't think they're that based. Based turkeys. Kung Fu Grasshopper, some old man called me out for a bumper sticker once. I growled at him. I mean, you got to show dominance up front. You know, you walk into a Walmart and you catch a dad ripping a Skippy, you need to shit your pants right there. Establish dominance up front, okay? I do it every weekend if I can. I got to let them know I'm the big fish in the Walmart, okay? It's a dad thing. It's a dad thing. It's got to be tough at a Home Depot. You get in there, everybody's got shit in their pants. Like, you try to establish that dominance? Like, yeah. Everybody's at the checkout weighing the full dump that they're carrying around. Who's the biggest alpha in the building right now? It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. It's a man thing. Don't you worry about it. Just reading through really quick. Undercrafter, please don't start eating cat food. I mean, I do got a lot of Diablo sauce. I mean, I'm gotta be almost a full second freezer bag of Diablo packets. So will it even taste like cat food by the time I get done with it? I don't know. Just, you know, I'll be okay. No matter how it goes, it'll be okay. Serum, stock up on corn cobs. I mean, am I throwing a bachelorette party? Like, what am I going to do with corn cobs? Let's see. Serum, the kids that were forced to wear them won't listen anymore. That's a good point. That's a good point. Guess some cat was watching the sock drawer. Yeah. Klaus, he started getting scared. He started hearing me shaking that empty cat bag. He was like, hey, you let me know when I need to eat your face. I was like, all right, buddy. We'll get it figured out. Serum, is that why they call it cornhole? I was going to Google it, but then I started seeing disturbing images. I wasn't sure. Starbird, just order from AMZ or Walmart. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can get a lot of stuff delivered. I was trying not to do that, though, because I got to give all my money to the car. I spent $4,000 on a car with a blown motor and possibly a bad transmission. Now I'm spending $2,000 to repair that car. I don't have any money, so I've been trying not to order things, but if things get real bad, I guess I could order from Walmart, have them deliver it. Lone Wolf, cat food and peanut butter. Peanut butter gives me such bad heartburn. It's like I'm throwing up lava. Otherwise, I would be like stacked on jars of peanut butter, because peanut butter lasts forever if you don't open it. Salty Ragu, I dressed up as Jeff. Should have had pants. Well, yeah, it was snowing, okay? It was at least snowing here. It'd be hard to dress up as me in the snow. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot I could say, and there's a lot I can't say because YouTube's watching. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate you, Combat Vet. All right, hooligans, it seems that we are all good to go. It's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Had a little growl there. You guys should hear me at the end of the day. After doing all this talking for the live and then doing another round of lives for the gaming and all that stuff, just consistent yapping going on. I'm a yapper. If you guys didn't know, I'll be yapping it up. But by the end of the day, my vocal cords don't work. And I just walk around the house going being like, trying to clear my throat so they work, so I can yell at the cat a couple more times before I call it a night. It just, it is the way it is. I'm going to read through the chat one last time. Make sure you hooligans are good to go. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way I can update you guys when it comes closer to gaming time. And also when I find out what's going on with the car, I'm probably going to call them here in about 30 minutes and see what's all happening. But make sure you're part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. That way you guys can stay connected to me and stay up to date with everything going on, news and otherwise. Let's see. Jeb, Fancy Cat and Diablo recipe next live. I really can't wait to start doing cooking with hooligans. I was really hoping I would be able to get into a house so we could do that, but it seems every day it seems a lot less likely that I'll ever make it into a house. I want to do something though to get this cooking with hooligans going, because there's so much great stuff that we could do with that. I really want you guys to send me recipes, and then I'm gonna try and put it together. And then we'll taste test it at the end. That's what I'm working up to. But as far as recording in the kitchen, my kitchen is the size of a closet, and so it's difficult for me to figure out a way to actually record the cooking process. Otherwise, we would just be watching me taste test food that I terribly threw together. But I don't know. It has a lot of potential, and I've already started making the aprons. If you go to the merch store that is for shirts, hoodies, t-shirts, all that stuff, we actually have aprons. For when we do the cooking with hooligans. I'm just working up to it. Kung Fu Grasshopper, I'm off tomorrow. I'll make tacos. I'm gonna hold you to it. I love tacos. Maybe even more than Trump. Okay. He grabs him by the taco. Oh man, that'll be a good shirt. Hold up. I'm gonna offend everybody. We're gonna have to come out with some grab her by the taco t-shirts. I don't know. We took a poll the other day asking about that, and I think the lady hooligans all said that's not a proper way to greet a woman. What is going on, camera? Well, you keep blurring me out. I'm being censored by my own damn camera. I'm censoring my face. Come on, man. But yeah, so I guess lady hooligans don't want to be grabbed by the taco, but if Trump can do it, Kung Fu Grasshopper, you need a cutting board and a camera. Yeah, it's I can't find a way to set the camera up without taking up my whole counter space, which is like this. It's like a chessboard is my whole counter space. So then if I put the camera up, there's no place for the cutting board. I'm trying to figure it out. See what I can do. Snooks, how about grab him by the burrito? I'll make two, okay? I'll make two. We'll make men's shirts, grab her by the taco, and then we'll make ladies' shirts. Grab them by the burrito. And we'll see who sells more. Let's do that. We'll run a competition. Rappy, good luck with the car. Thank you, Rappy. I really appreciate it. You hooligans are the best. You know that? You're the best. What great ideas. Peyton, then there's the gordita. I mean, we can go down the list. We'll go down the list. Grey Wolf, is that what cornholing is? See, there's a lot of people here who are like, oh, you want to play cornhole? And I'm like, no, I don't. I didn't grow up here. Okay, I grew up in the city. I didn't grow up in the sticks. I don't know what you guys be doing out here. You get drunk and start cornholing each other, and I just, I got to look the other way. My virgin eyes and whatnot. You hooligans crack me up. All right, everybody looks good to go. We're going to wrap this live up. Stay tuned for if we're going to be gaming later or not. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. I'm going to be calling the shop pretty soon to see what's going on with the car. We'll update you guys over in the communities, right? I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. For everybody else, you'll get the update tomorrow, because tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time will be the next Coffee with Hooligans. I think we have some Trump stuff going on. I can't remember if it's tomorrow or not. I think so. I think that Trump rally that I thought was yesterday is actually going to be tomorrow. I'll keep you guys up to date. We'll see. We'll see. But I think tomorrow is going to be a busy day. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, tomorrow. I'm thinking we got the Orange Eagle in the house. We'll see how it goes. Either way, big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
Jeff.